worked in the offseason doing some late model races together just to establish a relationship.
It took me a minute.
They weren't starting at ground zero when the season started.
But I'm
He
here.
said that was super important for them, so they felt comfortable heading into the season and had better communication streamlined. Regan?
Well, Josh, what a great
It
run
took me a
back
minute,
to the front
guys.
yet again today for
But
Kyle
I'm
Busch
here.
as he leads this race right now, up 28 positions since the restart. A little surprising, too, because Kyle does not love that race car as of right now.
It may have
Said it
taken me a
shoves the nose
minute.
when he turns the wheel too much, meaning it's tight. It wants to go up the
That's
racetrack.
what happens
but
with work
you
and all,
wouldn't notice
but-
that based on him up front. Mike?
I made it.
Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ryan Preece up in front of Todd Gilliland, Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano. A lot of jostling side to side. Whoa.
A lot of hands out right there. Ryan Preece, he's wanting down. I think they're wanting to pit. He's trying to get down, got his hand out the window. Bubba Wallace, no can do.
Well, we saw the 38, the 22, and the 23 of Bubba Wallace and 8 of Kyle Busch. Everybody worked themselves down a couple laps ago anticipating coming to pit road.
Not this lap.
time.
Well, and that's the reason I make that point is because Ryan Blaney and Ryan Preece in the 41 and the 12 in the outside lane, there's really nowhere for them to go right now unless somebody makes a hole. And they know it's coming up, so they got to get themselves in position without losing a bunch of spots.
Bumble, for anybody that's curious, I was listening to it on the MRN radio, so I did hear everything that happened from the start.
Getting on the pit road, very tricky.
So
very
I didn't miss
and the further that
anything.
this goes, and the
I
closer
just
that it
obviously
gets,
wasn't watching
that
it.
gets harder and harder to do.
All right, Kyle Busch and Bubba Wallace with a handout. And Preece drops in on the bottom and takes the lead. The Burlington
So it sounds like, though, from what I've been watching and hearing, that it's been a lot of shuffling.
Going to drag a big pack with him. This will be half
A
the
lot of
field.
shift shuffle.
Down to pit road speed at the yellow line. "20 cars come in, and around goes one of them as John Hunter Nemechek tried to force the issue on Josh Berry.
Josh Berry needed to get down. Hunter was already there and turned him right around.
That's
Target.
okay.
There you go.
He'll fuel it facing the other way.
Fuel it facing the
As long
other
as he's in
way.
the pit box, it's a
Still legal.
stop.
Just got to whip it back
we always
around.
Talk about how everything is so planned and
Biggest
you want
thing
this
for
to be structured and
Berry is he's
organized,
going
and the
to
next thing you know,
lose
you
this
come on the pit
draft.
road, there's cars crossing over each other's paths trying to get to pit road, and we have wrecks.
Be careful
Another
these
pack
guys
will come
coming.
this time, perhaps.
Oh, they're
Ryan
gonna wait.
Preece, too fast entering pit road. He came in as the leader, couldn't get it slowed down quick enough. He'll have to do a drive-through penalty at pit road speed.
What sucks is I wore my championship shirt for Blaney yesterday, thinking I was gonna, you know,
We listened
have
in
it for the
on
race.
Ryan Blaney.
Gotta get down. What do you think I'm trying to do? Yeah, well, I'm just telling you what we're trying to do. I'm not either. We're good on fuel. We just need to make sure we pit with fresh here. Okay?
One car coming this time. That'll be Preece to serve his penalty.
Well, and sometimes
Smart move
waiting
there
a
by
little bit
Blaney. I
longer
thought
to
maybe
pit
he-
allows you to just keep maintaining
that he would
running
jump
good
in
lap
line there in
times.
that gap.
We see this back group that has already pitted. We heard Ryan Blaney frustrated because, like I said earlier, the more laps that go by, the more frustration and urgency to get down.
Anthony Alfredo comes in to make his stop by himself.
Flip side of that is it's really not a
Hopefully
manufactured
I-
pit stop here.
I'm
That
gonna
was literally
try to do
half
the
field
Xfinity race,
came in, half the
so at
field
least we
stayed
get the
out. I
full-
think
a
Brian
full
Blaney's
race.
just fine where he's at.
Well, and
We're
sometimes
gonna get
you
the end
just
of this,
say, "The heck with
obviously.
it, I'm coming with
Sucks
everybody
I
else
missed the
because
first
they're all
half.
coming in, and you just have to make that call as a driver sometimes."
But I'm here.
I watched you do that last year, Kevin.
I'm here.
Everybody was having trouble coming
That's all
on.
that
You said,
matters,
"You
is I'm
know
here."
what? I'm going to go with a smaller group this time.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to explain it on Monday morning.
So on the map at the top, that's car number 8, Kyle Busch, with that group of cars leading the race, and some of them coming to pit road.
A lot of
The
guys
group
going
of cars
long
led
here.
by the 22, mostly Fords, that were first to stop. Things a little more orderly here, as they can be
Yeah,
when you only have 8.
What's going on here? What the
Orderly
f-
because
okay.
there's more room to move
Okay.
around.
All of these are fuel only. And that pack will pretty much leave as a group, with the exception of Zane Smith's car.
Only 4 cars in this group here: Larson, Blaney, Elliott,
Now Kyle
DeJoy.
Larson is the race leader, with Blaney, Elliott, and Remember when we did the
Another
starting grid and I
4-car
said, who's your
back
sleeper
there.
pick? How about Corey LaJoie? There he is with that group in the 7.
And here that group comes down pit road.
8 cars to take fuel under green. Mostly Chevys, but for Austin Cindric and Ryan Blaney in Fords.
A few only again.
Kevin, these green flag pit stops are all about efficiencies. Coming on pit road, coming off of pit road together. Who could do it best?
Well, we
Also,
saw
how many friends
the
you
first
have,
two groups
too.
merge, and the third group is going to merge right in the middle of turns 1 and 2 as the lead pack of what is the 8 car of Kyle Busch coming down to these guys. And as we go to the backstretch here, it's going to be interesting.
I just saw a teammate right there. You saw Logano coming up on the outside. That 3 car, Austin Dillon, pulled up and made a block. Kyle Busch is in the lead of that thing. 3 car, several laps down, pulled up and made a block. That's teamwork right there.
Well, and this is what you want. There you go. Austin Cindric pull up. That's his job. His job is to pull up and try to disrupt that line as much as possible to slow everything down. Joey Logano's coming behind Austin Cindric. He gets behind his teammate. Kyle Busch is all messed up because William Byron is up the racetrack and they have slowed the whole pack down, and now they're right in the middle of it towards the front.
That all
We better watch because they still got a lot more momentum coming with that pack. Busch is probably going to try to go by these guys.
Kyle Busch looks to the high side.
Depends on if he's got the help, though.
Who is Kyle Larson with his Hendrick teammate Chase Elliott in tow.
Sounds like it.
Saying, hey, we're going to go down the,
When I saw it before the stop started, you know, I was surprised that they had the third lane that shot up there with Logano leading it.
Screw everything up as much as you can, and they wound up blocking them really, really well. But I know that seems like a strange strategy to pull up into a high-speed car that's going way faster than you.
It's not strange. It's a bold strategy, but everything's back under control now. I think all is well.
Kyle Larson was 19th prior to the green flag pit stop cycle. He comes out with the lead.
Yeah, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, I'm here.
4 generations of family tradition.
I will get a reaction for this 500. It'll be second half reaction, but still.
Getting my business off the ground was a full-time job.
So I made Barbara's new site get count by guaranteeing 100% accurate filing and a maximum refund.
Make your moves. We'll make them count. Intuit TurboTax. 100% accuracy guaranteed.
Outback Steakhouse has a new 3-course meal called the Aussie Aussie Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. With soup or salad, choice of 5 entrees, and cheesecake for dessert.
Oi, 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 oi.
3 courses starting at $16.99 at Outback for a limited time.
I can't see you.
Hi, I'm Bradley Cooper.
Everyone is auditioning to get T-Mobile Magenta status.
With Magenta status, there's no need to fill up.
When you drop off your car, $1.
I like to juggle.
Hey, that's good, Brad.
I'm a really good whistler.
Get a special rate on your Hill Kids Day.
Mom! I can cry on cue.
No need to audition. Introducing Magenta Status. Premium benefits from brands you love.
I'm willing to work alone.
What?
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. The signal for help in Morse code is... And the code for more beer is... Busch. Head for the mountains!
Is this the start of a dynasty?
Ryan Blaney is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
A redemption tour?
Ready to go to work.
Is this the face of a ruthless competitor or a villain?
I'd be your favorite driver.
Is it time for a breakthrough? To get back to breaking stuff? Or is this the makings of the wildest ride you'll ever witness? It's all of the above, and it's about to go down. Any questions?
80 laps to go in Daytona. Spring football just around the corner, and it hits a whole new level when the USFL and XFL come together to unleash the United Football League. March 30th on Fox. and this spring on ABC, ESPN, FS1, and Fox.
I'm still telling you that from what I've been seeing, the 2012 fix is in. Chris Buescher for the win.
The two former league champions will come together in the opener.
Well,
you heard it here first.
What the time was getting on or off pit road,
well, maybe not here
we got
first.
A pack,
but.
and these guys are pushing.
Oh yeah, here we go.
And doing
Time to go on the
than
stage.
they have been earlier in the race.
And stage one winner is nowhere near the top 10.
Kyle Busch leading the top, Austin Cindric leading the bottom. Kyle Larson was leading a third lane on the bottom, further back, dropped in line.
I'm glad you said that, Mike. That bottom line, that's 2 for 2. It does not prevail. As soon as they get stacked up on the outside, those outside lines blow their doors off.
I'm gonna try,
you don't want somebody
John.
on your right rear because the air just slows you down from the other cars as it bounces off that spoiler.
Like I said, if you're just joining me, I was listening to it on the radio on the way home. I have the Sirius radio, so I've listened to it since the drop of the green. It's just I was not able to watch it till now. So
in 2023, at the end of 500 miles, Kyle Busch
and I had to work today. I thought I was going to get out early, but we had a shortage of people today, so I had to stay later. Unfortunately.
Daytona. I don't know if this play's ready for a party like that, Kevin.
Well, there's not many people in that infield that know the importance and experience as many things as Richard Childress has at this particular racetrack and
I had it up.
Racing in general.
It's literally should be the same settings as what I've had on the previous channels.
More than any other driver who has not been to victory lane.
We had him on the pre-race yesterday.
Ooh,
oh wow,
that was a hard hit there. That wasn't even Byron's fault. That started with Allmendinger.
A lot of energy behind him, but you could just feel it, Kevin, when he was talking to us. The sense of urgency for Kyle Busch and winning.
Yeah, I know. I heard that. And
I interviewed Kyle Busch leading into the Daytona.
Actually, no, they said it was a battery issue.
And I couldn't believe how relaxed.
They said it was a battery issue, not a cylinder.
It was my first interview, but he was so close to winning the Daytona 500. He's won everything else in the sport. You know, I think having a year
I was listening to the radio. That's what they said on the radio broadcast. It was a battery problem.
Of him wanting to win the race, but he understands the significance and what it means to Richard Childress Racing to come down here and just as a privilege.
It's probably that number at the top of the board.
6
laps to go in stage 2. That might be why. That behind lane appears to be the line you want to be in.
Won this race 2 years ago. Ryan Blaney with
Cindric. Slide there a little bit.
General manager at Team Penske, going into the Indy Hall of Fame this year for everything he's done at the Brickyard. Jamie.
Austin Cindric, just 25 years old, won this race in his first attempt at it 2 years ago. He studies more than any other driver I have ever seen, especially when it comes to this style of racing, and it's showing right here. Running up front, and Mike, last year was a year he wants to forget. 1 top 5. Can you imagine if he could pull it off and win this first race of the year? What a shot in the arm for this team.
I'm still going with my prediction.
One thing I've noticed here
that I said, I think I've been saying it to friends in that we are going to see a first-time 500 winner. I'm going to keep going with that prediction. I know I picked Hamlin in my fantasy pick-em, and I picked a set of drivers I'm going with against a coworker with, but I still have that gut feeling we're going to see a first-time 500 winner.
He is pitting by himself with fuel pressure problems. 51's had a great run here at Daytona today, spent a lot of laps in the top 3, but he is out of fuel and coasts into his pit stall. He'll go at least a lap down.
Last 3 or 4 years we've been down here to Daytona.
I had a team of 5 I'm going against a coworker with. $5 on today's race. The highest finisher out of our groups of 5, whoever finishes highest gets $5. So
with them having a new body, Toyota
I know I got
adjusted a little bit for the mile and a half. Some of the
I got Hamlin in my group shadow.
When we talk about Daytona, all 3 manufacturers very
he took Blaney on me, so
Christopher Bell made a 3rd lane on the bottom, and he's got some help. Watch that yellow Camry trying to get to the front.
4 to go. It's time
with Ricky Stenhouse, last year's 500 winner, right with him.
Well, they're going to need more cars.
Yeah, I have Joey, Denny, Kyle, Busch, Zalowski, and Bell.
Especially if they're 3 wide.
And my coworkers got Larson, Byron, Elliott, Laney, and Gibbs. So I was going to take him after I'd taken Kyle Busch, but he took Blaney on me. I was like, son of a bitch. I was saving him because I wanted the other good guys that I know.
The cars behind Ricky Stenhouse get up into that second lane because they're anticipating those guys being in the way and not being able to go 4 wide, and that's going to take Christopher Bell and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. back. There's just nowhere to go.
I know.
Went for it. He didn't have the track.
So it doesn't matter. I'm still rooting for him to win the race, obviously, but
I think you saw Larson right there dip down.
It just sucks that I
he is Kyle Larson on the bottom by himself. Coming to 2 to go in stage 2. Lapped cars well to the inside, or about to be lapped cars.
Those teammates are holding strong in that middle. Big shot by Blaney.
2 laps left in the stage.
Byron on that outside, pushing Busch.
Loving what I'm seeing, though, as far as what we could see for the finish of this race.
With Barry getting turned around, and that's why they're now going a lap down.
Gosh, I just this side by side with that.
I think it was that. Yeah, it was Brad that got sideways there.
Outside lane. They're obviously in a position where they feel like it's helping them keep up and keep the momentum, but it keeps getting tighter and tighter and tighter, and it's going to cause a problem at some point.
It's really interesting though is that they're moving up the track. That they're not riding at the bottom. They're riding basically from the middle to the top. I know the top lane is quick here, but it's kind of interesting to see them all moving up like that.
He is 5th as they have
last lap of the stage.
To complete stage 2.
See if anybody on this
you see Daniel Suarez
lower
right
lane tries to make a third lane here.
What he's doing right there is checking up so he doesn't run into the back of the car in front of him, and that's the kind of momentum that they have.
They're building momentum right now.
Just run up there and ram that car if he didn't let off the throttle.
Battle for the stage win. Battle to be the first car 1 lap down and get the free pass. That's Priest versus Gibbs as Cindric.
Ooh, Cindric got pushed up enough ahead. He can play both lanes here.
He said he wasn't going to help his teammates. He didn't. He dropped to the bottom.
Blaney wants the stage win. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. Blaney's going to win stage 2.
Heads-up move by Cindric.
Champion Ryan Blaney wins stage 2 from Austin.
That was a good move too. Have to keep an eye on that for the end of the race.
It is Blaney's 3rd stage win in the Daytona 500.
Hey, you know teammates when it comes to the last lap, you know.
Time for a one-of-a-kind, dude-perfect battle on the racetrack, featuring epic footage captured on the all-new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra.
All right, you know what?
I'm Sparky, and it is a foggy day here in Texas.
We don't have a lot in here yet, but
a great day for racing. Today's battle is made possible by the all-new Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra featuring Galaxy AI. Each competitor has the new device mounted to the front of their cart so we can capture their point of view and their facial reactions. Kind of a nifty little feature.
Dual recording, some would say.
That's what it's called. Let's get to racing. Good luck, boys. 3, 2, 1, race!
Jones immediately bottle rockets.
He bottle rockets and it helps him out and he gets the lead early on headed into the first turn. Headed into the slippery corner. Will he prevail?
Oh, Cody spins out. Now that was a nasty wipeout, Ty.
Let's take a look at that replay in slow motion from the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. And it looks like Gare makes a move. Will he use turbo boosters on this straightaway? Oh, he does!
Whoa!
Wow! Here comes the speed bumps. These things have been known to absolutely wreck a vehicle.
As we approach the board games.
You know what? It's 215.
A late rocket boost! Oh, and Cody makes a move. A late move. He runs into a box.
I couldn't do one for the stages, but I'll do this one for the big one.
Oh, and he's got his. Oh, and it looks like Gale. He's in the lead. Can he finish it? He does. He does. Wow. Congratulations, Garrett Hilbert. What a race. Yes. What a finish. By the way, were those board games on the corners over there?
I think they were board games.
Let's use Circle to Search with Google to find out. Say I want to know more. All I got to do, long press the home button.
Little circle.
That's sweet, dude. Perfect board game. How about that? That's cool.
Sick. More impressive than Garrett's win.
Huge thanks again to Galaxy AI on the all-new S24 Ultra from Samsung for making this epic race happen.
I think from this point, it's basically a one-stop race.
Nightfall in Daytona at the end of stage 2.
Surprisingly so far.
Powering every mile and every
We've only had, I
NASCAR's
think, the one
road to
caution
victory.
when I
Goodyear. More
again listening to the radio. Only one caution due to an incident.
We're at the
Obviously,
end
had
of
to do
stage 2,
stage
and Busch
but
Light is still giving away prizes. Enter for a chance to win a getaway to North Carolina.
Seems like he's running good. It's just he has.
Racing experience.
I don't know. It's I didn't get a chance to see it. I was listening to it. But
Ends in a 1.
I've only seen it basically from halfway.
To learn more.
So you can drive? You can drive, Clint? Or you can enter the contest?
I don't think you're going to see a
win
flip.
the go-kart race?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Maybe if we get chaos in the last lap, you could see a flip in an incident, but I doubt you're going to see one prior to that.
Cindric block and the Ryan Blaney move for the lead also was the finish for first car on the lead lap at the end of the stage, and that is scored as Ty Gibbs over Ryan Preece and Josh Berry. So Gibbs will get the free pass. Right here, there's the Monster Energy can.
Blaney moved to the lead to take that stage win. I saw that coming, but I really thought Cindric
I think so.
was going
Racer,
to
we'll
get stuck
see.
in the middle there.
I might.
Move up was a heads-up move, very close
I'm
block. But
probably I'm gonna need to get a shower done between the races.
Well, like you said, we heard Ryan Blaney frustrated earlier in the run there, and saying he was not going to hang with his teammates. Well, he definitely didn't hang with his teammate. He went and took that momentum and went right by him.
Also true.
All right, this is the end of stage 2. There are no more planned caution flags for the rest of the race, and we've had only 3 of them. The incident at lap 6, where John Hunter Nemechek got into the side of Harrison Burton, knocking Burton and Carson Hocevar and Kaz Grala out of the race. It also sent Austin.
And I noticed Roots is streaming his live reaction too.
The only other caution flags have been for the stage breaks. Means the Buddy Baker's all-time Daytona 500 record average speed of 177 miles an hour is in no jeopardy today.
I think that's amazing.
All right, the lead lap cars head for pit road.
As I said, 1980, we have not had a race get close to that average race speed. That's amazing.
Kyle Busch in the 8 car complaining about tight earlier, but the sun has gone down, and that has helped him. That car's gotten better for him. A little bit too darty.
Like I said, you pit here, I think it's pretty much a one-stop race. It's just a matter of when they make that last stop. They're going to wait till they're in the window, or if they're going to split the last stage in half.
Led 10 laps there, says he needs nothing inside the race car. He's happy. 4 tires weighted on fuel. This could be the last time they take tires today.
Big crowd off.
Cindric, Blaney, Suarez coming off pit road. Ryan Blaney, defending series champ and stage 2 winner in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, Papa, I worked late, so I wasn't able to. I got here just before halfway.
For my COPD.
Just before, right around halfway to be able to pop in here, so.
And reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes,
again,
or eye
if you
pain occur.
You guys know somebody that's a normal viewer of mine, you can let them know, hey, I'm here. It took me a while, but I'm here.
Powerful Tacoma ever.
with the shut the front door handle. Also known as the Seriously Wrong handle. Or the whoa, 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 whoa handle. And even...
It ran late, or I ran late.
Standard on the all-new Toyota Tacoma.
Sometimes I imagine what I'd write today for my dear friend Martin. I'd remind people that all hate thrives on one thing: silence. The people who will change the nation are those who speak out, who refuse to be bystanders, who raise their voices against injustice.
You guys
When we
been here.
stand up to silence,
You know how it goes.
We stand up to all hate.
I've told you the way to do it, the way that it can be done without
Push
issues,
guy,
but
cold and smooth survival skills.
we'll see.
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers.
I'm wondering, I might see if I might get some toward the end
Critics
too, you
love
know.
the very quick-witted new crime comedy, Grimsburg.
Don't do anything stupid. I apologize for nothing.
John Hamm stars in Grimsburg. All new, Sunday on Fox.
Welcome to Fox Nation, a place where we look to the future and toast to our past. This is Fox Nation, where all of America's stories are told. Sign up and start streaming today.
Uh-oh.
You're looking at Kyle Busch trying to limp onto pit road without losing his left front wheel, which has no retaining nut attached.
Ooh,
Let's show you
loose
the pit
wheel.
stop and what led to this.
At least I caught it. At least I caught it before went green. Yeah, the wheel wasn't set.
You see him
You see that the tire changer knew immediately. Started waving.
Yeah, and that's a tough spot. That's a tough spot for the Jackman because he's thinking fast, fast, fast. But his responsibility is to make sure.
The Jackman probably wasn't even looking.
But damage control, they got right on the radio to Kyle, told him, watch your speed, stay down, stay on the apron, keep that left front on at all cost to get back around here to pit road.
The only thing that sucks for Kyle now is he loses the track position. He had track position there, but now he lost it, so
for the driver, when Josh
that's just going to
Savecki
suck
drops
now.
the jack, is that his signal to go?
100%. When that jack drops, you're dropping the clutch and flooring it and doing everything you can do to get out of the pit stall. So
The crew chief or spotter on that should have been yelling as soon as the crewman waved his hand, stop, stop, stop.
Really, Kyle's looking at
I'm
his mirror,
surprised
he's got all
that
kinds of things going on, trying to make sure he doesn't hit anybody.
some takers back to pit road.
Unfortunately, that Jack guy was looking at that left rear. He
See the
wasn't
two
looking at the
RFK
left
cars, Elliott.
All right, fellas, assume the position. It's time for the Credit One Bank ones to watch. Clint, over here, Clint. Which manufacturer are you watching?
Which manufacturer? All of them. I just said before we went to break, man, all three of them are dead even. But if I had to pick one right now, I like what I see with Logano. I saw Hendricks move there, or excuse me, Cindric's move there. I'm going to stay with Ford.
Yeah, well, I still think that Toyota is in the game. And like you said, there's a lot more of them in the game because of the fact that they can do all the things that the Fords and Chevy have done. But I still think that there's a lot to this whole thing to play out, Mike.
Well, in terms
of 60-something laps to
Kyle
go,
Larson,
so
Kyle and Kyle show they have been the class of the field for Chevrolet, though Chase Elliott was also able to run up front. But rule one of the Daytona 500 is don't beat yourself, and one of that trio is going to be starting in the back. So you're saying it's anybody's game.
They're not out of it yet. I think all three of these manufacturers are equally matched. I love what I'm seeing.
Well, there must have been Penley on Elliott.
And this is going to come down
to
exactly
they're
what
talking,
we've seen. Who makes the least amount of mistakes and can position themselves.
They're talking Busch. Okay, I get it now. They were talking Busch.
And then at the end, really everything just goes crazy.
The other thing that we've seen so far is this bottom line. They're capable of getting three wide, and as soon as they do, that bottom line isn't the line somehow. Usually it's the one, it's the safest bet, right? It's safest play if you're in that car. Not so much today. Both times that bottom line is dissolved.
So 17 of the lead lap cars made their pit stop and lined back up. The rest of the lead lap, which is 14 more cars, made their pit stop and just came back in.
Busch is not a lap down.
Expecting a long
Right, he stayed on the lead lap.
Well, and you want to put yourself in position to put the least amount of fuel in
All
as
right,
possible.
64 to go. From this point on, if we get yellows,
interference on his stop, so
it'd be if there's an incident on track.
Haven't seen him all day, but look at that. Ricky Stenhouse, last year's winner of the Daytona 500. He's found his way to the front, folks.
Starting to see your usual players on these type tracks.
These styles of track,
Blaney, Stenhouse. See LaJoy back there, Busher.
Obviously
Logano's been up here much of the day. Or around.
Working together for a while at least here. Cindric and Blaney outside.
The trust factor of that relationship's a little bit rocky, Kevin.
Well, I think as you get towards the end of those stages.
Well, think about what happened here 2 years ago.
But we heard loud and clear how that was going to work out from the 12th seat.
3 wide, 1 car up, almost brushed the wall in the back. That was David Reagan with the 11.
It's like, I don't know if that's Gilliland or Briscoe up there trying to lead the third lane. Yep, there's the third lane. Joey leading, I think that is Todd behind him.
Blocked by Chastain this time.
No, that is Briscoe.
The 7, Corey LaJoy. He's got help from
LaJoy in the middle.
And more. And up
more Dyson going. Look at the Dyson going around.
And Tyler Reddick to hold back that middle line.
And look at the bottom line going away again.
At the very top.
Like we saw last time.
Well, when that 23 car pulled up, when a front car pulls up like that, it immediately just pulls the momentum back in that bottom lane.
Like that very top lane.
That middle and top lane seems to be where you want to be as the race kind of gets through these first few laps of the restart.
You can see him right there in the middle of that middle lane. Kyle Busch right back to the front.
You got Kyle following Kyle there. Larson following Busch.
Kyle Larson right in the middle of all that. Right behind Kyle Busch. And behind them, Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin coasting around in 19th. I say coasting because we've not seen Hamlin make a charge to the front all day, all evening. He's been
he hasn't needed
to ride out back.
Well, he told us that
stay in the lead lap, stay in contention.
Points. I want to win the Daytona 500. He's very determined in doing what he needs to do to put himself in position to win the race at the end, and he told us that he wasn't going to worry about it.
I think it's really interesting is that I'm just looking at some of the. I didn't look at the full channel prediction, but just looking at the numbers next to people's names, a couple of you guys not saying any one of those big 3 for the 500 win. So.
AJ Allmendinger,
interesting.
Who served a pit road penalty earlier, has worked his way back to where now he is the lead car on the inside in 6th place, and that just changed as Tyler Reddick dropped to the bottom. Here's the Toyota cam for Christopher Bell, right up behind Corey LaJoy.
AJ and Busher.
Now, thanks to Toyota, we're going to stay right here.
And they're going to get the lead, actually.
Commercial-free racing from Daytona. We'll go Toyota all out.
There's that black and blue 17. Well, we'll see. 60 to go.
In the middle.
And we've yet to really
to make sure he can hold his car
really see, I guess you could say, a big wreck. I mean, there was that little wreck early in the race.
Middle lane.
You got one pushing that outside lane too. See Bubba Wallace pushing the outside.
3 by 3 by 3.
Yep, Truex on the bottom, 2nd car back. So all those Toyotas positioned from 14th forward. 5 of them not lined up together, but it seems like kind of managing things mid-pack.
We got us a race.
Kevin, you've told me moving into Daytona, you like the shape of the Toyota nose that they've done a good job of being able to enable these drivers to push the way they are today.
Well, I don't know the specifics of exactly what they want to design on the car, and as we see
there goes Truex.
Martin Truex pull up to go around.
I saw where Reddick was. I was like, I wonder if Truex gets clear of AJ. He gets a push from maybe the 45.
In front of the 45 car of Tyler Reddick. So
I got Hemrick in there too.
That allowed a lot of things to change in the pack, but it lined up with 2 Toyotas in the top lane.
A little bit slow moving up in front of Reddick, kind of slowed that bottled the middle lane up. About got themselves in trouble.
Bell?
There are Reddick and Bell, who both won their dual races Thursday night by leading only the last lap.
Ready whenever you are.
Okay. With 8 full-time Cup Series teams, Toyota and TRD have had an unprecedented off-season. Here's more.
With this new
go get food, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to walk out and miss something at this point.
For the right partner. During that search, the phone rang, and it was actually Jimmy Johnson.
I have watched Toyota work for many years as a competitor and have had a great deal of respect for them. And now to be in the family, we can really operate at a tier 1 level.
It's a big step going from 6 to 8, and that gives us more tools to work with.
What's interesting is I think Jimmy, back when he ran in the off-road trucks,
Jimmy Johnson, 8
he drove a
full-time
Toyota,
cars
maybe he drove a Chevrolet. I don't remember for sure, but
well, I tell you what, during that
I'm
segment, we
misremembering.
saw Martin Truex pull up to the outside lane and kind of go slow across the middle lane and up to the top lane, and it just allowed the bottom lane to just pull right back in front of the race, in front of the pack, and slow that middle and top lane down.
Sure did. And how about Corey LaJoie holding tight on that outside line? The Chili's car, man, he's
yeah,
had
10-car Gregson.
this week. Saw him
or he came from. He's sitting there fourth in line.
Moving outside, inside. Can he keep him behind
Obviously,
him?
Corey.
Now look at that bottom lane up front. A.J. Allmendinger spent 17
There's
laps
that yellow shell car.
down, but you never give up here. You get back into position.
Pole sitter.
And right with him are
Trying to become the
David
first
Reagan
pole
and
winner to
Daniel
win this
Hemrick,
race
who
since
earlier were
2000.
up front, then got shuffled back to the tail end of the lead lap, and here they are at the lead. Wow. Here's your Progressive race summary at 144 laps.
Anyone trying to lead that outside lane now.
15 leaders, 31 lead changes, and that's how many cars are on the lead lap. Chase Elliott,
2 different
Ryan
stage
Blaney
winners.
won the 2 stages.
We got 3x3 from third on back.
Tight moves there. We saw Denny Hamlin move up, and we
LaJoie
saw
trying to lead.
Corey LaJoie in the 7 car
Get
make
up to
a
second.
really tight squeeze there to get in front of Christopher Bell.
Can he get to the lead?
Masterful class by Denny Hamlin. Up 19 spots from the back, meeting his teammates up front. He threw that car on his back and made some holes, made some moves, and got himself. You see him leading that middle
Corey
lane.
get this lead?
But the interesting thing,
impressive.
the interesting thing, he drove up there. But the interesting thing is when they change lanes, how much it slows the lane down that they're
Inside
going
still got a little bit more closer together there
That
with
was his new approach. He
the
said,
teammates.
"Forget 'em.
I just
I'm going
realized,
to
yeah,
the front,
teammates,
and I'm gonna do it by
1631 on the
myself.
inside
I'm
there.
taking no prisoners."
Here comes Hamlin's number 11 with his former teammate at Joe Gibbs Racing, Kyle Busch, right with him.
Right now it's the Colin cars out front, Jacob. Well, Blaney won the stage, Jacob. Made a last lap, last corner move on Cindric.
Finish line
Okay, that
in
was a
what
big
has
one.
already been a calamitous Daytona
Oh.
500. What will happen over the final 50 laps here today?
Okay. So this is a commercial break. I can go grab food.
White, 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 white,
To Chevrolet, the Daytona 500 is more than a race. Ever since we first crossed that finish line over 60 years ago, we've been racing to the next milestone, driving to the next level. Together with our teams, drivers, and fans, no one has celebrated more Daytona 500 and NASCAR victories than Chevy. And together, we'll continue to race and win.
We've come a long way together. From dirt tracks to super speedways and every track in between. Never backing down, pushing boundaries, and giving it everything we've got. Yeah, we've come a long way, but there's still a lot more road to run. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR.
T-Mobile built a 5G network so powerful it goes beyond the expected. And now T-Mobile 5G internet for homes and businesses is here. Also here, 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 even here. Whatever shape your home or business is, T-Mobile is bringing high-speed internet to towns across America. Only 15 minutes to set up, and just $50 a month with no exploding bills or annual contracts.
Damn it.
Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Bis squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Mathlutes?
No matter what you call it, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3.
The Daytona 500 on Fox is sponsored by Credit One Bank. 50 laps to go next time by. And in 6 of the last 7 Daytona 500s, the eventual winner had not yet led the race by this point. Tonight, that includes Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, among others.
Wow.
Kevin, when I first came into this sport, I vividly remember you telling me when we were talking about Daytona, when is it time to go? 50 was the number you told me.
Yeah, and we're seeing 50 as the time to go for a lot of these guys because the intensity level has picked up as we've gotten towards the end. That looked like Denny Hamlin almost brushed the wall.
7 of the last 10.
Corey LaJoie, the leader.
The winner of the race didn't lead it.
Granddad, a modified champ, his dad,
until this
two-time
point.
Busch Series champ, and now racing safety advocate and seat builder Randy LaJoie. And here's Corey. Half of his 8 top 10 finishes in the Cup Series have come here at Daytona. Regan.
Well, Mike, Corey LaJoie having a great night up front
Could
right
just
now.
be Corey's
Something
night.
he told me earlier today, though, that this team would have to focus on as they continue to grow this year is being able to handle the pressure of being up front. Not only him as a driver, but the pit crew when it comes down to big moment situations. Well, if he can come in the lead of the Daytona 500 for his last stop, that is going to be a great lesson for handling that pressure.
Absolutely.
Well, that's a great point. And as we're on the Toyota onboard here with Denny Hamlin, we get a great view of the back of Corey LaJoie's car. But racing in the front and dealing with the things in the front is not how you deal with things in the middle or the back of the pack. Otherwise, those guys, here we go.
Denny's tired of following him.
Yep.
Denny Hamlin trying to lead for the first time tonight.
Going to be right back up in front of him. The block starts.
Nice move.
Question is, will he stay in front of him on that outside?
Yep.
Or try
Gonna lead it.
Weave back and forth and slow both lanes down.
Well, I think we know what Denny Hamlin wants to do. He wants to be in control. And being at the front is being in control. He can block and do all the things that he wants to do and be in the lane that he's the most comfortable with.
Let's ride along with driver 11.
Well, watch his eyes, because that's really the most important thing that happens here at Daytona. You watch the eyes, you try to gauge the run.
If you wreck on the last lap, you're credited with basically the last car in the lead lap. Most of the time, you're credited as the last car in the lead lap.
Because
or first car one lap
down. Because you as the driver are the one steering the ship, and if you like the guy pushing behind you, sometimes you just won't even make that move like Denny just did right there. He thinks that inside lane is not going to be the lane to be in. Let's listen to Denny's spotter.
One off of you, bottom tighter.
That's Chris Lambert.
Still half off, 3/4 off, 3/4 off.
That's all that help. Talking about the help behind him.
Off. Both lanes are equal here as far as gap.
As we listen to the spotter riding on board with the Ally on-car cam of Alex Bowman there, you can hear the intensity, not the intensity, but the importance of the spotter and the communications to the driver. You want that spotter to be as calm as possible and do everything that he can to relay all the information about the energy and the lines and everything that's happening.
Toyota out front. Chevy's fill the rest of the front 4. The highest Ford in the race is now Chris Buescher, back in 8th with Joey Logano. A lot can happen, though, in 46 laps.
Yep. Long way to go and still one pit stop.
And drive around Daytona with Ross Chastain. I mean, around the speedway. Busch Lights offering that once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and more. Follow at Busch Beer on X to learn more and enter before the end of the race. There's the Busch Light cam.
Well, you see the throttle percentages now, and that's not from saving gas. That's just for where you are in the pack and having to check up from hitting the guy in
Kyle
front of
gonna
you.
try this.
That bottom
No, he's
lane
not quite
kind of
clear at
accordion.
him. I
Kyle
thought for a
Busch
second he was
way
gonna
out
try
there.
to.
Alex Bowman come right back to his bumper, but now he's got a gap. See the flames come out of the pipes right there from him lifting, not wanting to hit him in the tri-oval, because as we've seen, if you bump somebody too hard in the tri-oval where that car is light, it's going to spin out and cause a huge wreck.
Well, and that all started, and you nailed it. You were all over it. Kyle Busch got out too far.
44 to go.
You cannot get too far back. It is according to your line. As soon as they get to you, they have to lift.
Damn,
and
can't break this
stacks
apart.
them up all the way back through the field. Efficiency of that line goes downhill.
Denny Hamlin out front with 45 to go in Daytona as we take you, Fox, side by side.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
Hello?
Should you become stranded, be ready to signal rescuers. Busch.
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes.
I give him a week. I give him 11 minutes.
Head for the mountains.
The Valley of the Sun will roar to life this spring.
This ought to get pretty wild here.
Why is that, you may ask? Because NASCAR.
Yeah, you got the
is
team
coming to
cars.
Phoenix, and it's going to be a weekend of good vibes the whole family won't forget.
Three of the top
best-in-class fan
line
experience
there.
meets racing's toughest drivers for 3 days of action on and off the track, all surrounded by the beautiful Estrella Mountains.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go!
Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
And also the
Little Caesar slices and sticks is the world's
Bowman,
greatest
the
combination.
Bowman bros
Carl?
and
Sorry, PB&J.
sisters are happy right now.
Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza. Get hot and ready sliced and sticks for $6.99. Walk
Right
in
up there
and walk
with a
out
shot.
between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza. All the parts you need at the prices you want. Guaranteed to
I did want to use
every
another
time.
term, but I don't want to do that.
So you can keep your ride or die.
Chicken breast with bacon. Just a simple chicken breast with bacon.
This is the make or break moment. The
Having a hard
chance
time
to
biting
carve
into
your
it, though.
name into the history books. This is the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Hungry goats, drunken raccoons, driving dogs.
And a partridge in a pear tree?
No. Animal Control returns Wednesday, March 6th on Fox.
I love your dress.
Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds.
That's great.
I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Liberty.
Did you hear that? I just said her first word. Can you say mama?
Liberty. Can you say auntie? Liberty. How many people did you tell?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Welcome back to the Daytona 500 as they round off turn 4, coming to 41 laps to go. One more pit stop in the offing, and Denny Hamlin, who has 3 500 wins but never a Cup championship, out in front of Kyle Busch, who leads the inside lane. Busch has 2 Cup championships, no 500 wins, 114.
I'm looking to
Cup
try to
victories
join Cale
between the 2
Yarborough.
drivers out front here.
As for him, Yarborough and Petty are the only 2 that have more 500 wins than Hamlin.
Bell, he has been so good on these racetracks. Won his duel. Love what I see out of LaJoie, hanging tough for those guys.
And Logano's fought his way back up into the front 4 in his Ford.
2 Hall of Famers,
Denny
I should say,
Hamlin has
Richard
had
Petty
such
and
success
Cale
here,
Yarborough.
but by razor-thin margins. He's won 3 of the last 8. 6 drivers have 3 or more Daytona 500 wins. And he won the Clash this year, so he could repeat what
No, Joey's on the
happened
lead
in
lap.
2016. Most among active drivers in those categories.
In fact, he's in the top 5.
This Kyle Busch and this 8 car means business. If anybody can give him a fit, it's going to be him. He needs some help to get the job done, but I'm impressed why he's doing this by himself. You see other teammates manufacture help. Kyle Busch has been the only one all day long that can, no matter what kind of adversity you throw at him, he can drive it right back to the front and put it in position, Kevin.
Well, we saw that after his tire didn't come off. It wasn't tight. He drove right back to the front and now is right back where he was before that.
Penalty before that.
Yep.
Same scenario. The other one, Logano, he's been back to the front several times.
Joey Logano's Hunt Brothers Pizza onboard cam. Now we see Kyle Busch go.
Oh, hit the wall.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. He tried to fill that hole. It was really tight. Lost the nose as he crossed the wake of Corey LaJoie there in front. He hit it pretty hard too, guys.
No
bad
tire.
spot as you're crossing that off of 2. The track flattens out.
Well, for some
Watch
reason,
the 8.
Yeah, the 8 car of Kyle Busch there on the bottom. For some reason, he wanted to get up into that outside line, and that's a pretty tight hole. And it looks like he just
bad angle, bad spot to do it. Hole tightened up.
I would bet he. Let's see if there's any flames that come out of the pipe.
Yeah, I'd be worried you hit it
hard
that
to tell.
flush, you know. Didn't bother him one bit though.
All right,
We need to try to get in line here, Randall, or are we good where we're at? Like, what do I need to know? I mean, we're burning a ton of fuel. We're going to have to stop before everybody else, so, but just let them be.
Well, there it was. He heard what he needed to see, tried to
Greasy
get
was
up,
smart,
tried
and
to save
Reagan
the
trying to
fuel.
lead that third lane.
Unfortunately,
The bottom.
timed hole right there got into the wall pretty hard. Let's see if it has enough damage to cause him trouble.
Here comes the.
These cars are
There's
pretty
like a
tough,
bunch of
man. They
Fords
have
on
that-
the
they have that
inside
composite
there.
body that they run on all these
Are you
cars,
pitting?
and they're pretty durable as long as it doesn't break a toe link or something in the suspension. But I wouldn't think as square as it hit. I think he's probably fine.
37 to go. At least one more pit stop too. Might be seeing lanes start to form
Brad
up here.
Keselowski had been hanging out at the tail end of the lead lap, and unnoticed by us, he has climbed to 6th place. Interesting run toward the front for Brad, who's also trying to win his first Daytona 500. Wendy's always delivers for fans.
Now Priest is a lap
Daytona.
down
Clint
right
caught up
now,
with DJ
so that
Khaled,
41
who
car
secured the
is
biggie bag, and see
not
what else
on the lead
Wendy's
lap.
has going on here.
All right, DJ Khaled, Daytona 500, man. What do you think about this? Everything's bigger in Daytona.
We going Biggie, we going Wendy's. I'm excited to be here at Daytona 500. I love the energy. Look at the party.
I got Logano on my thing, so that's why I'm like, I want to see Joey up front. I actually want to see him up front because I want to win $5.
Secure that bag. You feel me?
All right, Daytona 500.
Yes.
You feeling it? You like speed? What kind of driver are you?
Well, I used to be a fast driver, but I like watching the fast race cars.
Yeah, yeah.
My kids love it. I love it. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
Could be
David
right around
Reagan.
the corner, but that straightaway, you never know who's going to be in the lead. But
You and MJ are buddies, right? Your boys?
yes, Michael
Yeah,
Jordan,
the two,
that's my brother.
you
Yes,
think of the
absolutely.
2012 stuff that's happened.
I want
Could be an
everybody to win.
RFK
You know
car.
what I'm saying? That's who I roll with.
You heard it.
That's
DJ
right.
Khaled
I
pulling
love
for everybody, the
everybody.
whole field. All right, folks. DJ Khaled wasn't the only celebrity here. Check out what else
35 to
happened this
go.
weekend.
All right, welcome to the first annual Wendy's Go Biggie Golf Invitational. We've got Trackhouse stars Daniel Suarez and Shane Van Gisbergen. And the biggest thing about today is they get some sweet prizes. So they get the Wendy's Biggie Bag.
Yes.
They get a Wendy's red jacket. The drivers are walking up to the first hole. Let's see how they do.
Our amigo Daniel Suarez, he's up first. Clearly, he has his eye on that biggie bag prize.
And coming up next,
trying to
it
come
is
back
Shane,
up
and
through
you know
there.
what? I
He's-
know these two are friends on the track and
Outside's
teammates.
kind of lost a little of the momentum.
Whoop, that was all gas and no brake. Congratulations to our amigo Daniel Suarez. He wins
There's
the Wendy's
five,
Go Biggie
there's 6
Golf
cars are single
Invitational.
file.
How you feeling?
I feel great, Jamie. It was a lot of fun.
The biggie bag.
All Fords.
Woo! Biggie jacket, my friend, for winning. Look at you.
Actually, 2 of those cars are
There's your big
lap
bag.
down.
All that food for $5.
Priest
That's my
and
go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Barry.
Just like you and me, bag boys. Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
Go Biggie and get all this with the JBC for just $5.
34 laps to go, and Joey Logano, the pole sitter for the 500, along with David Reagan, Brad Keselowski, and Chase Briscoe, have put 4 Fords out in front of the field.
I still think it's interesting that,
what do we expect
you know, again, the last pole sitter to win the 500, and I stated this during the week, Dale Jarrett 2000 was in a Ford, so
that is enough fuel. They're concerned about that. Well, he's dropped back further than they wanted. Now back in 26, Regan.
Josh, at the top of the show, I said Kyle Busch, one of the most fierce competitors on the racetrack. Usually with that fierceness comes fieriness on the radio, but he has been abnormally calm today, even with adversity, hitting the wall. A tire.
Then again, Kyle knows what he's got to do. He was in this spot last year,
He has been calm and focused in that
so
race car.
he knows where he's got to be, and he knows what he's got to do.
Right now, right where he started this race up front, he's been really happy with the race car. They just told him, manage your fuel when you can, and that's.
I do believe the window is, yeah, they put it at the bottom. The window is open. We're halfway, basically halfway through this stage.
Well, you want to be in the window that everybody else is in, and we saw Joey Logano go 100% and back up to 74%, but you don't want to have to pit by yourself.
Hamlin trying to lead that outside with Busch and Bell.
To pit by themselves, but those Fords have taken control. I saw Brad Keselowski several laps ago duck down and started this Ford train on the bottom.
Also gives you options on that pit lane. The more fuel you save in that race car, when you get it to pit road, the
Hamlin's going to try to see if he can get the point from Joey here.
Less fuel they have to put on.
Well, we saw Denny Hamlin do that the other night to win one of the duels. He went from 17th to 2nd, and next thing you know, he's right up in the front and having a chance to win.
Larry Mack.
Yeah, Mike, if you go back to the first two stages, these drivers should be able to go to about lap 180, 181, 19, 20 to go. But I think you're seeing the Fords assemble on the bottom of the racetrack. I think they're thinking about coming a little earlier, maybe in the next 5, 6, 7 laps.
And actually, I like the smart play of forming up and get to the bottom, because what you do is you basically put everybody else in a situation where they got to try to figure out what to do then at that point.
On Joey Logano, because Brad said Joey has been the best, 1 second better than other drivers on the last 3 green flag pit stop cycles we've had in the 500 going into this year. There's something Logano does better than anybody else.
Well, he gets on the pit road better. He's just better under braking.
There you
on these
go.
super speedway tracks. He gets all the way to the left.
Tell you what,
and
props
is able to make up time,
as well. You know,
also goes with getting down pit road better.
have a doubleheader tonight after the washout of the last 2 days. And props to these drivers, at least so far, with 30 to go. You know,
Prime time hoops, top-ranked Yukon is on a mission.
haven't seen the chaos. We've seen some great racing, but we haven't seen chaos. Granted, I hate to say that, there's still 30 to go, but
and the Fox Sports app.
Didn't see the chaos like we saw on Friday night, or Friday. Yeah, Friday night, excuse me.
Logano trying to manage both lanes here. All right, pit stops coming up soon. So let's take our last scheduled side-by-side break so we can be with you to the finish.
Yeah, boy, Fox.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Or the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through.
I'm sad. I know it took.
5G network in America.
I wasn't able to do the first half of it, but hey, I'm here. I'm here for when it matters most.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
There they are. Everybody get their banking done?
Let's go. Drive. We gotta go.
Someone's in a hurry. And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Can we go?
Yeah, faster. Oh, no, siree. You see, I get discounts for my safe driving with Snapshot from Progressive. You should see my savings. They're nuts.
You told us he was a skilled wheelman.
No, I'm a wheelman. It's family name on my mother's side. What? Irish.
What does fearless look like?
Actually,
through a glimmer of daylight. Like trading paint with a chimp.
Going away from a bank robbery, would you be more looking for a vehicle that's going quick from a bank robbery, or a vehicle that's just going with the flow of traffic? It's kind of a smart idea when you think about it. As long as you get yourself changed so that
The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
I mean, wearing costumes in the vehicle, yeah, they're going to see that right away.
It's just such a special day. The XFL and the USFL merged together to create one powerful spring football league.
Outside still working.
These players are going to play hard.
Everyone trying to see if we can get that point.
Passionate football.
Every play matters.
They got one shot. They're going to ball out. Incredible. Spring football.
26 to go.
The UFL season kicks off March 30th on Fox and ABC.
If you hear when there's a quiet moment, I actually have the MRN radio going behind me right now, so I've got them both. I got watching the broadcast and I got the MRN radio. I'm covered on two fronts.
Coming to 25 laps to go. Joey Logano, David Reagan, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, the front.
They were talking, at least what Larry was saying, is maybe 20 to go might be when they start.
Al Pierce of Autoweek covering his 55th Daytona 500. Al was here for Pete Hamilton's win for Petty Enterprises in 1970.
Wow.
Well, we always talk about strength in numbers, Kevin, and you find
I can just imagine that, you know, the guys, the people that have been around
pretty strong
this race for as long for the years.
Right now,
but there was the the guy that took the photograph, the very first 500.
We know that's coming, and that's a very good point.
Got the Ford
Racer, Larry was saying they could probably make it as far as 1920 to go. The question's going to be.
Field a second. Those are yard markers.
The question's going to be, do they take it that long, or do they
now up in that lead pack,
hit prior to
Ryan
that?
Preece, third on the inside in the 41. He is the first car one lap down, trying to maintain that position to get back on the lead lap if we have a caution.
Well, have you been watching it since
Stay right there.
Since '94, Bumble?
Here's the Advent Health Cam for Eric.
This is my 23rd. My first was the 01 race.
Just ahead, Bubba Wallace.
So
just ahead to the outside.
This, I believe, is my 23rd.
This is the most laps Joey Logano has led in the Daytona 500. When he won in 2015, he led 31 circuits. Tonight, he's been out front for 41. He's been by far the strongest Ford. But Brad Keselowski's team added a third car just for the 500. David Reagan, well-known super speedway star.
Then it's 24th. Okay. I don't know. Hard with the math, Jacob. It's your 23rd year, but
David Reagan. He's one of our
yeah, it would be my 24th.
Fox, and he'll run a
no, I've never missed one.
Year, but he got this opportunity from Brad Keselowski, and he is showing exactly why he was the guy.
In fact, this year was the first year that I missed the first half.
And he's going to be going for the win here.
Other than that, I've been here for every 500 since 01.
David does a lot of simulator work and wheel force work and things for
pit stops.
Ford. Here we go.
Yep, a couple are coming.
A couple of the Toyotas break off. 5 cars coming this time. Led by Ty Gibbs. Well, it's 2 Toyotas and 3.
You got to keep in mind too, Bumble. We're not truly to crunch time yet.
Herbst there in the Monster Energy car.
Yeah, we're not going to see until I think after the pit stops the desperation pick up.
On the bottom, trying to make their move to the pits. This is time for that magical stop. No mistakes. Do not get caught speeding. Cannot recover from it.
Yep. Got to be smooth to pit road and smooth off.
When you know you have to get to pit road and get everything that you can get, but also not hit anybody.
There is Ty Gibbs. Now the cars that just
Ty's going to get stuck behind Jimmy.
The leaders at the front of the
Here comes a couple.
The Toyotas,
and they are from the back of the pack. 7 cars, 8 cars pitting here.
Bell, Reddick, Truex. It's all most of the Toyotas.
Did not see Denny Hamlin in those.
Eric Jones.
Unless Denny's got a different strategy.
And Nemechek.
Again, it's because we haven't seen. Again, some of the best races are the ones that aren't Crash Fest. I've said that before. The best races are not the Crash Fest races. Jones might come out ahead of that group.
All right, how long do the
Or at
Fords
the head of
and
that group.
Chevys stay out?
The Chevys are grouping up top, so I would
Every lap
expect.
you run, that's less time you have to spend
There's
on
a
pit
couple
road.
coming.
Another group, a small
Oh, Hamlin and
group of
Bush
3
basically
fuel
by
up from the back.
themselves. Uh-oh, I don't like that.
Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch.
I mean,
unlikely
good duo.
allies pitting here.
But
they were together on the racetrack.
they were the only two
Sometimes you
cars
just
that
have to
pitted
go with
really
the
there. They
fastest
had
car and whoever's around you at that particular time, and this is what
Justin
we talked
Haley
about
come with them,
earlier.
too.
Sometimes your strategy is out the window, and you just have to do
I
what you
don't
have
know.
to
I don't
do
like
when it's
that.
time to stop.
Kind of surprised.
It's a good duo, don't get me wrong. Busch and Hamlin are a good duo, but
With them, but it took them a while
really
to
would have been better if
the,
you had a
fuel
couple more
can
cars
connected
with you.
To Haley.
Like I said, Racer, that's the benefit. That there's I know those two drivers,
No
but
mistakes.
we'll see how they handle when that
Now
other
Brad
pack catches
Keselowski
them.
peel off. That's Josh
the
Berry, Ryan
Fords.
Preece, David Reagan, Ryan Blaney trying to muscle up through 5 wide. They come to the timing line.
Well, we saw exactly what Brad Keselowski was talking about with Joey Logano.
Can't
Look at
speed.
that lead that he has on those guys, and that all came in the braking zone.
Can't speed here. Got it smooth.
See Chastain still on racetrack, still leading the show.
Well, I'd be worried about anybody that was around there. Blaney,
Logano and Keselowski
Briscoe.
get out first with Reagan.
all those that came there
Those
that like
three
that fanned
hooked
out
up
that
may
way.
be tough to beat if we stay green here.
Oh, you got Brad and Joey together.
Well, the games
I
are going
like
to
that.
begin on the back straightaway.
Here comes the
Here
Chevys.
comes everybody else. Ross Chastain in front of Kyle Larson on the outside.
They kind of had the same thing coming fanned
Nelson
out.
Suarez on the inside. William Byron, Alex Bowman, Chase
So we'll see which
Elliott,
strategy paid off here. As far as who had the good set of stops. Obviously wait for any penalties too.
Yeah, and all these guys that are on pit road right
No-
now.
no
they're
call on
getting
penalties
later, so
yet.
Should be less time in the pits because of the amount of fuel that they're taking.
There's the Ford group, which actually is the lead group.
as they leave and try to get back up to speed.
See who catches him. There's another group.
You see the Ford camp right there in
Like
your
the
screen, folks.
7 cars versus here come the
Got a good
Chevrolets
chain
onto the
going.
racetrack.
Getting up through the. But there is a
Hey, there's
huge
a
pack
whole bunch of momentum
Logano,
too.
Keselowski, Reagan,
Look at
Blaney,
the
and
speed
more.
difference. You can
If
actually
that outside
visibly
lane
see the
stays
speed
open, it's just gonna
difference.
inhale this whole field
Yeah.
because they are at speed.
You see all three groups right there connecting, merging in one.
Joey's gonna try a little draft
Logano
here.
drops to the inside, trying to
Yep.
sniff a draft.
This
from the
draft will go
Toyotas
back to the
ahead of him.
top again.
Back to the outside.
Well, and that's all that momentum that you have with the more speed because you've been out there long, and you see Kyle Larson do a
Oh,
great
Joey
job. That's
just
exactly what they
Joey
needed to
and
do.
Brad got
Kyle
around
Larson.
Larson may get himself wrecked here if they're not
Joey Logano
careful.
and Brad Keselowski have to weave in and out like you're going through a set of cones.
You see
Yeah,
Chastain, they were
serpentine.
the last ones to pit. So far, so good. They were able to make those
There they
blocks.
go.
Logano, can they hold him back? Chastain's going to have to slow him down, and he does. Stenhouse, not so much.
Yeah, and Brad followed him right through too.
Keselowski are going to be a
Remember,
tough combination of
3 years ago,
Well,
it was those two at the front of the field on the last lap.
Putting those blocks on and slowed that line down because they did a way better job getting on and off of pit road and had those guys
Chastain
beat
now
by
at the
a fair amount of
point.
time. And that all came.
And
from
now we have
defense
a
with those
pack,
Chevrolets.
a straight up pack.
Stenhouse leads the inside, Chastain the outside.
Ooh, Suarez almost got himself hooked.
I agree with you, Kevin. The Ford camp led by
That was
Logano,
close.
They did a fantastic job on pit road collectively. Their efficiency of the pit stop was much better than the others. But them slowly but surely, one by one, slowing their line down by the blocks, enabled them to stay in front. Talking about Chastain.
Yeah, and Chastain gave up that outside line to go down in front of
Yeah,
Ricky
but you better
Stenhouse
watch
and
out
making
'cause he
another
puts
Chevrolet. I'm not sure that was the right thing to do.
Putting
because
Brad and Joey on that
I believe
outside.
Joey Logano's
I'm telling you,
always
that
been one of the
duo.
best
Watch
pitchers,
that
but
duo.
As this goes, you can see that it's getting physical. We're 3 wide in the middle of the pack back
It's
there.
go
and
time. We're
things are
coming to
gonna start
15 to go.
happen in a much more physical way than they have.
Flip side of what you said, I like what Chastain did. If I'm him, I'm getting on the bumper of Stenhouse and that 47.
Yeah,
I
the
don't want to
reason-
be on the bumper of that.
The reason that it
22.
helped, that 3 car there was slow car. He was getting a draft.
Big block.
Ooh, yeah, man, that'd have been the move.
They're going to get 3 wide
Oh,
here,
they
stacking them up.
hung on to it.
That was close.
Yeah, 3 wide mid.
Lead change.
Now Stenhouse to the lead. Last
Stenhouse.
year's Daytona 500 winner.
And Suarez leading the inside group. Chevrolet is to the front.
Yep, somebody just dropped onto the apron. I think that was one of the lap cars.
The NASCAR Cup Series heads to Atlanta for more high-speed action.
3 wide.
Better Health 400. It kicks off with
I'm trying to see who's on board. I think that was Suarez is on board.
Only on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
3 wide for the lead of the 500 with 14 laps to go.
Well, now we see Daniel Suarez at the front of the racetrack. So this is going to continue changing as we go through all these shifts and blocks and everything that's getting ready to happen.
Well, it all happened on that outside. Chastain made a move.
There's somebody going to try to go to the center. I think that's Jones that went to the center.
Got him bottled up. Got him 3 wide. That was close.
Yeah, I think that is Jones. Middle lane try to come.
We talk about the importance of
Ooh, I don't like that.
Getting online and lined up with your manufacturer and your teammate.
It's getting ready to get ugly here, boys.
Yeah, it's no teammates now.
In the Daytona 500, 7 different teams in the top 7 spots.
No teammates now. It's take the runs where they come and follow the runs.
Outside of his teammate Byron, it was so tight off the 2 there, Kevin.
It's the teammates at the front, the 99 and the 1. Suarez, 1 career Cup Series win. Sonoma 2 years ago.
Right up to the front.
And Chevrolet is now controlling all 3 lanes.
Now the teammates of Byron and Bowman
is kind of out the window because they are just
the runs are coming.
Trying to get all the way to the front, and the pushes just keep getting
that outside has so much momentum up there.
In the 43.
Joey trying to shove Ross out there. Ross to the lead.
Runner-up is going to have to stop. They didn't get enough fuel to make it to the finish.
3 wide.
Unfortunate for Bubba.
I look back
Ooh, this is not. I don't like this. 12 to go. I don't know if I like this.
You can feel the intensity.
They're going to wreck at the front of this pack. I'm telling you right now. They're going to wreck at the front of this pack. With some of these blocks going on.
But look on the high side. 22, 6, 12. Those 3 Fords together, all proven winners. Logano, Keselowski,
they're going to wreck at the front of this pack. The way these pushes are coming.
Big pushes.
I just hope Blaney can get clear of it. But I think he's in the right lane. I think he's in that top lane, smart lane. But
top lane surge with a
I don't know if I like this right now.
They had big pushes, but they just got all squirrely there and checked the momentum.
The pusher is Logano, though. I mean, he is shoving Ross out there.
Guys behind there, and what Joey Logano's going to do is
let him
shove
go
him out there too far so he can give himself some space to try to sneak underneath him.
That's exactly right.
But it's shuffle Brad.
Moved him out of the way. Here comes Brad to the outside.
Keselowski looking for second. Chastain trying to hold back both lanes. That's a tall order here.
Listen to this spotter. Timely blocks. An untimely block.
There goes Joey and Brad again.
Slip up by 1 inch, and it's going to be all over with.
Well, it didn't cycle exactly.
Oh, Truex up there with Blaney.
But he got Ross Chastain out there far enough to give himself a lane, and he winds up right back in front of Brad.
10 to go.
Spotter, Brandon McReynolds, pretty
tell you what, boys, bring it back. Run back these 10 laps, just like this.
10 laps to go.
Let's have no wreck. Let's run it back 10 to go, just like this.
30 drivers on the lead lap. Each trying to find the way to victory lane.
Well, the way is through that pack.
Give is over. Take from now on.
It's go time now.
Denny Hamlin said it all week. He said, I'm going to be selfish. Don't care
Watch
about
the run.
Don't care about teammates.
Outside with momentum.
You see everybody
Ooh, they diced.
Both lanes, all 3 lanes
outside with all the momentum.
That's them stacking up. That's blocks.
Bowman and Byron trying to work that inside.
The trouble's going to happen.
And when they stack up that bad, you have to let off the throttle in order to check the car up enough and probably touch the brake as well. But
man, those 3 Fords, Logano, Brad, and Blaney. I'm watching those 3.
Here we go again.
Chastain, Lone Wolf.
9 to go.
With those 2 Fords
Chastain, Logano. Brad going to try to come low.
They're going to make a move. Speaking of moves,
the teammates together to the outside. Brad's going to jump in front of Joey.
And Chastain saw it coming and went up with him.
Oh, but they got too much of a run coming now.
Now Logano the outside.
Chastain can't block him. Ball! Byron turns!
Keselowski gets
Oh, Byron's into.
Blaney gets caught up. Gilliland, Truex, Hamlin, and more.
All those Fords were struggling to get around Chastain. Who could get around and get that clean air track position first? That's what happened.
You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
Damn it.
I mean, it's a parking lot down there. Cars parked everywhere.
Blaney out.
That's not what I wanted to see.
Damage on him.
Toe link broke on the back. That one's done.
Now the one car I don't want to win is up there now. Not Chastain, but
with him. Anthony Alfredo there.
Damn, all the ones I wanted to see.
Massive damage on him.
All the ones I wanted to see.
Martin Truex. Eric Jones comes to pit road. So does Kyle Larson. Denny Hamlin made it back to the pits. So did Chris.
I don't want Chase Elliott to win. I hate Chase Elliott.
A lot of damage.
I do not want to see the 9-car win this race.
As you get to the end of the race,
I would have rather Larson if I had a Hendrick car, Larson, Bowman, or Byron.
He's tore bad right there.
Well, Chastain, I mean, I'd say he was a lone wolf up there. He was throwing blocks left and right.
Well, Chastain was doing what he had to do, but man, I hate it for Brad. Brad had an opportunity there,
with
you
a
know.
push into William Byron that did not go well.
But it was the movement in front of them started stacking those guys up.
Yeah, when they get to blocking and moving out of line, those bump drafts just become misaligned, and all that energy going forward.
I hate to say it, I knew it was coming, but at the same time, I was hoping we could make it.
Misaligned and they wreck, just like they did right there.
I was hoping we could make it the whole way.
He said stopped. Eric Jones, Ryan Blaney. Here's some audio from William Byron.
Yeah, I think we just got crossed up there. Like the 6 and the 1 were changing lanes a bunch, and I was getting pushed.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we just mentioned. So let's take a look at it.
It may not be the only wreck either. We know how these races
You're
go.
gonna see William Byron right here. Oh, we got.
Actually, all 3 of those.
Yeah,
That's a pretty good.
all 3 of those.
I'm glad you hit that.
The run was coming.
Yeah,
Brad had a
out
nice run on
up the
Chastain.
racetrack, and then they start zigging and zagging here, and
Yep, Bowman turned the 24 into the 6.
William Byron,
but again, that's
where
just
it ended up. But the movement from the 6 and the 22, jockeying for position, trying to outduel one another to that position of passing Chastain.
Bell got a lot of damage in that. He spun to the apron, but I don't know if he got a lot of damage.
Those guys were going for it. Chastain was holding them up. You saw the 6 go to the bottom. You saw the 22 go to the outside. The race was on, and unfortunately, those guys behind him.
this gives you a much better view right there. You see the 24 car just being pushed, and sometimes you just
there's not much. I can't really blame Byron for that because he got a nice. He just got a good. He got a.
And it just didn't work out right.
Hell of a shove from Bowman that got him sideways. And he got in. He's the one who got into.
Pin it on anybody. It's hard.
Turn Brad.
Everybody going for it, but when those cars move in front of them, it slows the energy down.
Gatto, Gillen, Brad, Truex, Blaney. God.
He was trying to stay off of him.
And you heard him lifting out of the gas.
Several times. This probably tells the other part of the story. You're not going to run 3 wide that long.
Well, we said it several laps ago, right? We both said it. The way that the pushes were coming, it was just a matter of time before this happened. And with the energy and everything that there is right now, it's just too much for the cars to handle to go straight. And that was a classic example of just getting shoved a little bit.
Hamlin was involved.
Out of shape, and
Racer.
it's not time to lift.
Hamlin was involved. Busch made it through, but Hamlin was involved.
What a terrible feeling.
Nothing you could do. Long for the ride. Landed right in his lap.
And we'll look out the back of Ross Chastain's number 1.
Oh.
And this is Ross Chastain's crew led by Phil Surgeon. Yep, they were out in front of it.
I mean, that was inches that they missed the back bumper of that car.
Yeah, when Keselowski
Go Bowman to the back of Byron. Gets into Keselowski and turns him right into Joey.
If that left rear quarter panel wasn't curved in a little bit, I mean, it went right with the curvature of the left rear quarter panel.
Ross Chastain and Brandon McReynolds did a phenomenal job of keeping those guys behind him. Had he slipped up one time and missed a block, he'd have been right in the middle of that.
All right, let's do this next replay in real time.
Oh yeah, Bell tore up his little of his undercarriage too.
Chase Briscoe, the Mahindra tractor cam. Wow, that was Days of Thunder right there.
I mean,
well, it depends on how bad it is,
it's
Racer,
just a typical
but
super speedway wreck that
definitely got a piece of it.
happened at the front of the pack and at the end of the straightaway, and there's just nowhere to go and nothing to do. You just hope you're not damaged as bad as everybody else.
Now the driver's not just there along for the ride. Let's watch Daniel Suarez.
I think I had anybody actually come through that except maybe Kyle. In terms of my picks. Yeah. Kyle was the only one I have that made it through that.
Saw that steering wheel spin hard. That's why he's got his hands off it to avoid injury.
So basically, I have Busch versus
that first hit. Those were big hits.
Elliott Byron.
All right, Denny Hamlin next.
But less than 10 to go on the 500. Kind of saw it coming, you know.
Those hits are coming from behind the car, and those are the worst hits in this car as you're getting rear-ended. And you see his head fly forward. Those are actually coming from the back of the car. Some of them are from the front, but the first couple shots are from the back of the car, and that's just the violence of the wrecks that happen in this vehicle.
I have to see who's left and what the running order is to even see who's the players now. I think it's Chastain, Bowman, Byron.
And here's Eric Jones.
Elliott. I think Cindric. I think that's your top 5. Not sure from there.
Never stop driving.
No, he'd drive it all the way, but I like the way he had it hands on the wheel where he couldn't get a thumb or a finger caught in the spokes if that thing jerked around on him.
Yeah, foot on the throttle too. He was wheeling it.
I thought Blaney had a shot. There it went.
That one got his wrist.
Yeah,
that one got his wrist.
Grabbed his hand. Yeah,
a tough week for Ryan Blaney. Thursday night and Monday night.
And we're Joey
Logano.
Yeah, an innocent victim just riding along. He took a shot from Brad. Brad's car nailing him from the left.
You see how quick they want to get their hands off the wheels with these rack and pinion steerings, Kevin. Tell us how much stronger that
Knocked his glasses around.
Yeah, and that's the reason
I know that
a lot
feeling.
more of these guys take their hands off the wheel because the rack
glasses
will
knocked
just
around.
jerk your hands out, and if your thumbs are in there, it'll break them. We saw Ryan Blaney grab his wrist there. Eric Jones.
Cindric and Elliott got lucky right there. I don't know how those two made it through without hitting
around the wheel.
Gillen.
And the spokes will literally rip your thumbs off and break them.
Yeah, I think it was his wrist. It could have been his thumb. I mean, to your point, usually is. That's why it hooks your wrist.
Yeah, and a lot of times when that wheel is spinning around like that, sometimes it'll hurt your shoulder a little bit too as the wheels come in the opposite way. But you'll see his right hand right here. Oh,
Ryan's ready to get out of here.
He's ready to go home.
Beating.
Yes.
Todd Gilliland, the last driver to climb from his car on the backstretch. Everyone whose car could not be driven
we're
back
under
to
the
pit
red.
road climbed out and is okay. Walked to the ambulance to be taken to the infield care center and checked out. 18 cars in all involved in this pileup at the end of the back
Cindric,
straightaway,
Bowman,
which is
Byron,
now
or no,
the world's
Chastain,
fastest
Bowman,
salvage
Byron,
route.
Cindric,
You
Elliott.
knew it was coming. That energy was building. At the end of the Daytona
Don't know how much
500.
damage Bell has.
No more
Briscoe
take, no more give. It
had
was
a
all
piece of
take,
that.
and
Bush got
unfortunately,
through. Dinger got through.
Wiped a bunch of them out, Kevin.
Well, now it's just a matter of
Jones,
how many of these guys are
Nemechek,
wrecked really
Hemrick,
bad and who's not wrecked bad enough
Reagan,
to be done.
Gregson, Wallace.
Even if you're not
Larson
wrecked
was
bad
in
enough
it.
to be done, it's
Gregson was in it, so it must be what, 13 cars, I think.
A ton of really big names on this list.
Now, not all of these cars are out of the race.
That's
Roughly half of them have made it back to pit road, but with the red flag out, no work is allowed to be done on these cars until the red is lifted and the yellow flag
Yeah, I think 13
resumes.
cars lead lap.
So cars that were either undamaged or chose not to stop prior to pit road being open are lined up here.
So Chastain, Bowman, Byron, Cindric, Elliott.
As soon as the track is clean enough to resume competition,
Just I don't know how much damage
the
Bell
yellow will come out,
has.
Pit road will be opened and they'll get serviced.
Bush we know looks good. No,
Let's get
other
out
than
of
the
pit
brush
road,
with the
Jamie
wall.
Little.
Bill Surgeon is the crew chief for Ross Chastain, the leader. Haven't talked about Ross a whole lot tonight. And here we are, 8 laps to go, and you guys are leading. How good is the car, and do you think that it's good enough to win this?
Yeah, car's been strong all night. First stage, played the strategy right, had some good help, finished third. Second stage was a little quieter. We had dropped back to try to avoid some of the melee and never had an opportunity to really get back up into it. Finished in the teens. Stage 3, we played the strategy right. We positioned ourselves well. Never can tell what's going to happen from here. I expect another caution, but the car's been strong. The guys have done a great job on pit road, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, Pitbull is one of the owners of this team. How cool would it be for Pitbull to be holding that Daytona 500 trophy? We'll find out soon, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. 4 Chevrolets in the top 5 right now. Austin Cindric, the only Ford. And the first
I did say it. I did say that I had that gut feeling that we were going to see a first-time 500 winner.
And we see all these cars wrecked, and
right now, literally outside of Cindric.
Larry, can you explain to us the process?
Everybody that remains has not won the 500.
That they have to go through and everything that the rules require after you're wrecked.
So.
Yeah, Kevin, it's the damage.
Cindric is the only one that could change
have
that.
7 minutes, and that minutes is accumulative, and it starts from the time you enter pit road to the time you exit pit road. And if you leave pit road and come back around, the clock doesn't reset. It continues to pick up and running. And at a super speedway, you have to have things like the rear bumper in place. You have to have the door panels in place, the deck lid, the rear
Cindric's the only one that remains on track that is former winner.
All the flaps, hood flaps, roof flaps, all those things still have to be functional, and that has to all be done in a total time of 7 minutes, including entering and exiting pit road.
Thanks, Larry. Let's go to the Advent Health Care Center and join Josh Sims.
There's Brad
Ryan
and
Blaney
Ryan.
checked and released from the care center. Ryan, we were here Thursday night, very frustrated after that. How does this wreck compare? How is the risk and the emotions?
Well, I'm definitely not as frustrated after Thursday night. This was just, racing at the end of the 500, and this one didn't hurt nearly as bad, so that part's nice. But yeah, it's a shame. I thought we had a shot at it. Up in the first, few rows, we would be kind of second in the road, depending on where the block was kind of thrown, and thought we were in a decent spot.
That was all on
especially
Bowman.
If the 6 got to the inside of the 1, I could kind of find.
Because there was nobody behind him pushing him, so yeah. If you put it on one driver, you put it on Bowman, but
Ford Mustang, really fast.
what do you expect? It's less than 10 to go in the 500. Of course, everybody's going to be going for it.
That was and then the wheel snapped. I usually let go of the wheel, but I didn't think it had anything in it. So yeah, I'm okay. My wrist is good, and just one of those weird deals. But proud of the effort by the 12 boys. Shame we tore up a couple race cars, but going next week.
Well, Ryan, you had a shot at it. Can't be disappointed with that.
Wrist, because the way he held it up right there, you never know.
One tough cat right there.
I know, right? It's been crazy, Hamill, from what I've seen.
So there's
fun racing up until that. I would have liked to not seen the wreck, but
we still got plenty of horses in this race. Chastain, Bowman, teammates, Byron behind him, Cindric, Chase Elliott, he is back I like Busch back there. He ain't out yet.
Josh.
Down here with Brad Keselowski, checked and released from the Care Center. Brad, we know so close once again to having a shot to win the Great American Race. What did you see there from the in-car and what happened?
I still think of the line that they said, which is, well,
one of those deals at this track,
something to know.
Pushes, that's how you race here, and
because it threw up the traffic graphic. I think it was on Thursday.
Glad to have a chance.
But Brad, can you see it?
We were making the pass for the lead to win the Daytona 500. That's about all you can ask for with 8 laps to go, and it just it didn't work out.
Thanks, Brad.
Brad and Joey going for it. I mean, that's what it is. That's what you want. You want your best.
The leader
drivers
would tend to
for
go.
The biggest race of the year. They were going for it. Unfortunately,
Has only won this race once in the last, I think, 6, 7
behind
races.
the wheel and ready to try to win next Sunday in Atlanta.
Just something to keep in mind.
Regan?
Well, Chase Elliott's crew chief Alan Gustafson, you got your driver in position now. You've been up front today. You've been in the middle today. You've been all over the racetrack. A masterful job of getting through that wreck. Can you get it done now?
Yeah, that was amazing. The seat's kind of pouring for us to make it through there. So, yeah, guys have done great. Chase has done great. The Napa Chevy's been strong all day. And, yeah, hopefully we don't have any left front tire damage that would necessitate a stop here. But I think it's good enough. We can let it roll. It's the Daytona 500, right? Got to give it a shot. So it's going to be hairy, but, you know, we're in a good shot to go compete for it. So hopefully we can go get it for everybody at HMS. Mr. H is 40th.
Good luck. Thanks, Alan.
Josh?
Joe Logano released from the Care Center. Joey, from your perspective, what happened there and what are the emotions you're feeling right now?
I'm pissed off, if that's my emotions. I don't know. I was riding up against the top there, and I just know Brad got turned up into me. I don't know exactly what happened. So the one was throwing hellacious blocks most of the time. I know that, but I don't know. I didn't see what started it there. So
should have rolled the replay back,
so
Joey, and let him see.
The line like you wouldn't believe. Has so much speed in it. It's just it's speedway racing. It's a lot of fun until it sucks, and I'm on this end of it today. Thanks, Joey.
Joey Logano started from the pole, led 45 laps tonight, more than any other driver, and arguably had the best car here tonight.
Yeah, you could arguably said
and did
sure.
everything he needed to do. You just sometimes it's like I talked earlier. It's 50-50 whether you make it, whether that just misses your back bumper like Ross Chastain, or it clips the back of it and wrecks you like it did Joey Logano.
I've only seen it
Just go
from
through those cycles and waves of
halfway,
being on both sides.
Hamill, because I didn't get back until halfway. So
might be my favorite quote ever. A lot of fun till it sucks.
Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah, Joey by far has been the best car.
Under the red flag.
At least from what I've seen anyway.
To go.
This season, Toyota Racing is looking for jaw droppers.
Break for Martin Truex right there, the fastest lap of the day.
Iron stomachs that can stand the pressure. And quick draw thumbs that leave their own smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in. This season, we want you. Join us at Toyota Racing.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Or the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. It's your mission. It's your Verizon.
If you have chronic kidney disease, you can reduce the risk of kidney failure with Farxiga, because there are places you'd rather be. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, an allergic reaction, or ketoacidosis.
Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
Bis squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Mathletes? No matter what you call it, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's breakfast 2 for $3.
Well, unless they wreck themselves, they do have 3 of the top 5, so
you can keep your ride or die alive.
But as we know, the 500 is the 500, so you never know. Like I said, I know the Chastain fans don't want to see it, but I think it was, they put the graphic up, I think it was on Thursday, that 7 of the last 8, the leader with 10 to go, has not won this race. So, we shall see.
Well, the bottom dropped out for 18 cars in this pileup in turn number 3. And the red flag
I'm with you, Tristan, but I don't know. It's gonna be hard if they get double file again, trying to make a third lane and trying to go somewhere. You know, I don't think if you're. I think if you're not in that front 4, I don't think you have. It's gonna be tough to have a shot at it.
Rick Hendrick started his team.
I think you need to be in the top 4 on this last restart to have a shot.
In a 5,000 square foot rented shop. I think their gift shop today is
just because of what we've seen with the
employees.
What we've seen with the race.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I don't even know if it makes sense, but if anybody won that wreck, it was Hendrick Motorsports. Still having 3 of their cars in this thing in the top 5, Hendrick Motorsports might be their day. Well, last time they won.
Yeah, well, I may have to take a break between the 2 races, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do Xfinity. That way I can have all the, all of them, do all of them.
Well, we see a whole bunch of cars pitting.
No, the 300 cars that are in that.
No.
Are not, but yes.
Yeah, we see a whole. I'm surprised, like you, that so many are pitting, but I think a lot of them probably slid their tires trying to, either they were spinning in the wreck or trying to slow up so hard that they slid the tires under the wreck, so they went through a lot of debris and different things.
I never said he didn't have chance, Diesel. I'm just, from what I've seen, it's. I honestly think if you're in that front 4, you got a shot. Outside of that,
no flat tires, no damage.
We'll see. You know.
6 laps to go in the Daytona 500.
You don't want to see my face before, guy.
Teammates, around they go in a hard crash.
Daytona 500, are you kidding me?
This one sucks when you're that close.
Austin
2 years ago.
the winner of the Daytona 500.
Seconds.
3 years ago, 2 to go.
So close.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Last year.
Daytona 500 winner. Go!
Who will join them? Like I said, with only Austin Cindric up there as a winner of this race, the odds that we see a first-time winner. No, junior in 14, John. That's Tristan said.
Introducing the new 2024 Ford F-150. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
It's been a decade. Closest they came was since was Chase's runner-up finish here in 21.
Ally has savings buckets to help you save for anything you want to buy. Because everyone has something they're saving for. Like that new car. Or a fancy vacation. Or party supplies. Your delivery budget. Or even the down payment on your dream home. Our savings buckets help you save for what matters most to you.
Harley J. Earl Trophy.
That is Firebird 1, a General Motors dream car conceived by Chief Stylist Harley Earl, and it tops the Harley Earl Trophy, the most coveted single-day prize in stock car racing. One of these drivers will win it.
You got the mini trophy, and then you got the big trophy.
The big one stays on display here. The small one goes to the winner. Ross Chastain chose the outside for this.
That wasn't Brad's fault.
William Byron took the bottom.
That was, if you're gonna put it in a single driver, that was on Alex Bowman. Bowman to the back of his teammate got Byron sideways, and Byron got Brad, and it's on from there.
Cindric's Ford, and then
Chastain.
Bell's Toyota, which has been hanging around the top half dozen.
I'm just wondering how much underbody damage that Bell has. I'd put it on Bell maybe as a chance, but
has Chastain in the lead, and
I don't know.
Smith in ninth. Two drivers in the top 10.
I can't say. I mean, we're only going to have 4 to go here.
He was putting on
4 to go with overtime possible.
He's not going to stop. I can promise you that. He's going to do everything he can do.
Look who else has got a shot.
Daytona 500, and he knows.
Notice that white number 7 there, third on the inside.
And everything that comes with the Daytona
Corey
500.
LaJoie still has a shot at
this. One of those races that you just do more than you would normally do.
All right. 40th anniversary of these Hendrick boys, 3 of them up there. How do they work together and try to pounce on him, take advantage of that?
Well, they lined up it's interesting the way that they lined up, because you got William Byron on the bottom with Austin Cindric behind him, and then you have Ross Chastain.
You could take any one of these guys.
And the 9 of
4 to go.
So it's just all going to come down
10
to
miles. 10 miles to settle it. 4 laps.
Only one driver in the top 10 has been to Daytona 500 victory lane, and that's Austin Cindric.
Who gets the push? Who makes the move?
Last year at Phoenix.
4 to go.
Do that and then win the 500. Jeff Gordon, 1998 to 99. 4 laps to go. We're back to green.
And watch for a possible third lane. If the momentum comes, you could see a third lane form.
See that top row? Really, everybody's formed up good, and I think as we just saw,
side by side off
I
too.
don't think that's going to keep any of those guys from pushing any harder.
Justin Haley trying to make a third lane.
Keep pushing and shoving and trying to win this race.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Out the window. Not an option anymore.
That's why I said this. You're going to see 2 lanes side by side, so
dominates the top 10 right now.
You're going to have to try to make a third lane if you want to get around Chastain and Byron.
Come from these pushes from behind. The accordion's going to be in effect. They're going to come. They're going to come fast.
3 to go.
7 of the top 10 are Camaros.
Now, if we see that white flag, next flag ends the race. Caution or checkered. Think about the last real super speedway race, Dega last fall.
Where's this move going to come from?
It was a photo finish. Ooh, Chastain with a nice shove.
The shot from Chase Elliott into his teammate Bowman. That's going to provide an opportunity for them to make a move.
There's a hole up the inside.
Cindric gave Byron a shot, pushed him to the lead. Can he get him far enough in front for Cindric to make the lane change and have a shot to win it?
Comes this outside lane again, Kevin.
Well, that's going to change the momentum of that middle lane, and that bottom lane still formed up. You see Chase Elliott pull in front of the outside lane, and there goes.
Look at the middle. Oh, Elliott almost got turned off Bell, trying to block Bell.
William Byron, who succeeded.
Look at LaJoie and Cindric.
24 is out front.
Huge pushes on that outside. They kept getting in one another, had to back off. Accordion effect, stacked them up. Everybody had to lift.
LaJoie and Cindric, I'm watching those guys. Here comes Chastain back.
Got back in line. Now Chastain has a
lap and a half to go.
Chastain, here he comes, Kevin.
He's got to run.
The same thing that happened to the top lane with the bottom lane. They got broke up, and now we've got William Byron leading the bottom lane with Austin Cindric.
I'm watching that 2 car too. Cindric. Oh, LaJoie, look in. Oh, there we go.
That is Cindric into Chastain, and
that may be the race.
Did they complete
I think Byron won it.
Did the leader get the white flag? Caution waving.
It's going to be close. It's going to be close.
I think Byron won it because I think they took the white.
He got it out in time. I
believe they saw the white flag.
I think it's.
We'll see. We'll wait for word.
So too.
It was a block by him, caused Chastain to move down.
Wait for word. It might be Byron. If they took the white, Byron's the winner.
And we'll come around.
But we'll wait and see.
The final flag of the night. We are under caution with the accident happening just
no word yet.
Finish line.
Oh yeah, they were. Because that's the moment of yellow.
Austin Cindric going.
The yellow light's on there, but when did it actually come on?
You see the light on. You see Bowman ahead of Byron right there, but need to back it up and see this again.
If they took the white, I think Byron won it.
We'll await a ruling from NASCAR.
They haven't called it yet. Nothing yet. They're going to come even across the line. So
be those two. You see the checkered flag out. It's a Hendrick Motorsports win. The question is, who won it for him?
they're sideways there.
500.
Race winner will be the 24. We'll need the 24.
Yep, it's Byron.
Finish line.
Yep, they took the white. Byron's the winner.
Byron. From Charlotte, North Carolina, Rudy Fugel, his crew chief.
Almost 20 years after the number went to victory lane in this race.
Goes 1-2 at the Daytona 500.
Yeah, boys. Oh.
Byron's last win came at Texas in September.
Almost 20 years after
it's his 11th
it last went to
win.
victory lane here.
Started out playing video games, racing on his computer, says, Dad, I want to try this.
Oh.
They came to Charlotte and hopped in legend cars. He started
Tire blew out on Chastain's car.
all the way to NASCAR, won and
there you have it.
Xfinity champion. Now, Daytona.
Well, and you look at last year and everything that William Byron and this team were able to accomplish, and now to win the
Byron is a Daytona 500 winner.
For real. I love the progression that William Byron
I
has
can't
made
be
as a
mad with
driver
that, you know?
with his team, and here they are again.
Huge year for William Byron last year. He just keeps the momentum up, keeps getting better. How about the 24 in victory lane at Daytona again? What a ride.
Nearly, like I said, nearly 20 years
so
after it last went to victory lane to the 500.
If they got to it or not, we know it's official. Obviously it was. 1-2 finish for Hendrick Motorsports. You can't script it any better than that, folks.
Unofficially, 22 cars finish on the lead lap. Some of them pretty
a little anticlimactic. I wanted to see that race finish green. I wanted to see it finish green.
A few battle scars.
But you know,
from the way the day went along,
I'll tip my hat to William.
He didn't trigger the big one, but was involved in it. Got turned into Brad.
Yeah, he got turned by Bowman.
Stay out of the grass. We want to see some burnouts. Please don't get stuck.
He's going to go right out there across Daytona.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. That's where I'd want to park it.
If it parks there, let it park there.
Better than 21st in the 500. Scoring Rick Hendrick's 302nd NASCAR Cup Series win. And the 9th for Hendrick Motorsports, tying them with Petty Enterprises for the most 500 wins. Richard Petty won 7. Lee Petty Hamilton.
Chastain tried to make the move inside of Byron, but when he did, Cindric was already there. So they made contact, that's why they spun. Byron had Bowman by half a car length when they took the white, so I knew once, depending when they called the yellow, Byron had it.
William Byron goes to capture the flag. After an event
Hey, Corey got 4th, unofficially.
In which
Corey 4th, Bell 3rd.
Final 4 laps.
What'd I say? So the leader with 10 to go didn't win. The winner of the race eventually wouldn't lead until late. And we got a first-time 500 winner.
NASCAR goes back, reviews video evidence to determine the position of the cars and name a winner, who must still then complete the final lap and come to the checkered flag. Tonight, that was William Byron.
Hamilton really had no choice with that one, though. I mean, it sucks. I wanted to see it finish green, but they had no choice where they were wrecking.
And William Byron at 26 years old, you've worked so hard in such a short period of time.
Everybody deserves it that wins it.
How does Daytona 500 champion sound to you right now?
It sounds really
You win this race,
good.
it's deserving.
Thanks to an awesome crowd coming out. I have so many emotions.
obviously hate what happened on the backstretch. I just got pushed and got sideways, but just so proud of this team, whole Exalta team, 40th anniversary to the day.
Doesn't matter.
Today, so just extremely blessed. And
You put yourself in
for all
position.
the opportunities, and yeah, we just want to keep it going. We have a lot
Yeah.
to prove this year, and this is a good start, obviously. And Daytona 500, it's freaking awesome. Let's go.
William, you have not had a good track record here. Never even finished in the top 10. What was the difference here tonight in getting yourself positioned to be there at the end?
I don't know, just really good strategy. We obviously laid back and tried to save fuel for most of the race, and we would get up there at the end of the stages and make some moves. And I see Boss Man coming up here, but yeah, just thankful for great power under the hood, all of our partners, Chevrolet, everybody that allows us to do this. And I'm just a kid from racing on computers and winning the Daytona 500. I can't believe
That's the plan. I'm going to have to take a break between because I got to get a shower done. I got to get garbage out. There's stuff I got to do before I do the Xfinity race.
This is so freaking cool.
Go see your boss right there, Mr. Hendrick, waiting for him.
Gotta make sure I pay this off, though.
Alex Bowman completes the Hendrick 1-2 finish in the Daytona 500. You came really close, Alex. How close was that from your perspective as you crossed the line?
Yeah, I was pretty sure William had us, but you're going to let him debate it, right? I think a couple hundred more feet, and obviously we had the run, but just so proud of everybody at Hendrick Motorsports. It's 40 years to the day since they ran their first race. So to get a Hendrick Motorsports 1-2, have the 24 car in victory lane. Obviously, I wish it was our Ally 48, but it was a great day for us. So proud of everybody. We did everything we could right. I feel like I made a couple
that's
mistakes
also a
early and kinda
first
learned
too.
throughout the day. And,
That's a first for the
when it came
500.
down to the end, I feel like I made the right
24
moves.
48.
Having to go up and block the top lane at the end.
I mean, not the
with,
first
like, 3 to
time
go there. That just slowed us down.
that
and kinda
Hendrick
killed the
finished
momentum of the
1-2.
middle, but,
Obviously, they finished 1-2-3 in
still second place in the Daytona
97 here.
500.
But
HMS 1-2, great for Chevrolet and everybody involved. So, wish it was one spot better, but
first
still
time for
proud of
those
the whole
car
team.
numbers when we're on 1-2. Gregson unofficially 9th. So Gregson unofficially with the top 10 in his
coming into the 500. The Toyotas
first start with
won
SHR.
the qualifying races. The Fords won the front row. Chevrolet takes home the big trophy. 100 wins at Daytona for Chevrolet.
All right, let's back this up and watch. You see the momentum on the outside. Chastain, Bowman pushing him. Watch the energy coming. Chastain gets out on him. All of a sudden, here it comes.
I was watching this momentum coming back.
to
Okay, the move's going to come
Chastain.
from here. I was watching
Big
Chastain,
push is
and he had
coming.
such a run coming.
Puts Chastain in a momentum
And
situation.
then Corey
Byron
looked here, and that
he hears him.
basically put Cindric down
Block right
here.
there. Chastain
The hole
moves,
closed
shoots the
up,
gap,
and
clips Cindric, turns him around.
Yeah, and Chastain had the right idea of where he needed to go.
collected two other cars there.
The caution came out at the wrong time, and William Byron winds up winning the race with the timing of the caution on the white flag lap.
From Alex Bowman.
Oh, here's
Watch
a
this
good
push.
shot.
Here he goes.
This
for
will
the
tell you
gap,
right
shoots
here.
it, closed in. He was going for it.
All those guys were going for it. Everybody was doing exactly what they had to do. Eric
Guys,
Jones
are you
is
sure
at
about the
help
call
hammer
on
here
yet?
as they're coming to the white,
Looking at Bowman's onboard.
seeing everything spin.
I
He
don't
made it
know.
through.
I don't know about that one. You can't really see
He misses this
Byron to the
wall
inside,
so
but
close when he spins down here. Watch how close he gets
Hmm.
to this into the pit.
I was watching because I was watching the timing of the light. Obviously they called Byron, but
But the thing
I
I
don't know. I was
noticed from that
watching
camera angle
Bo-
and the sound, I never heard him lift.
Nope.
Not until he was in the grass.
You ain't lifting the end of this race.
Here's
Going
Jeff.
For it. You think he's
right in the middle of
happy?
it.
Jeff Gordon, vice chair of Hendrick
Yeah,
Motorsports.
that's the first HMS
Ross
500
Chastain
win
is
in 10
known for
years.
making the big move, the Hail Melon, the
2014.
win last November at Phoenix, and he was probably one move away from winning the Daytona 500 tonight. It is William Byron and Hendrick
If Cindric
Motorsports
wasn't
who get
to the
celebrate
inside,
the great American race.
I don't think Byron wins that race. What saved Byron was Cindric being to the inside. Otherwise, Chastain had that move. He had that move timed right, too. Don't know if he would have held on the last lap, but
How long have I been out here?
About 12 minutes.
Crazy end of the race, though.
Head for the mountains.
I can't see you.
Hi, I'm Bradley Cooper. Everyone is auditioning to get T-Mobile Magenta status.
With Magenta status, there's no need to fill up.
When you drop off your car, $1.
I like to juggle.
Hey, that's good, Brad.
I'm a really good whistler. Get a special rate on your Hill Kids Day. Mom!
I can cry on cue.
No need to audition. Introducing Magenta status. Premium benefits from brands you love. I'm willing to work alone. What?
There's your biggie bag. All that food for $5, that's my go-to.
Ooh, that's my ride or die.
Just like you and me. Bag boys. Bag boys.
Yeah, which actually, if you
when we bring your food.
Go biggie and get
you
all
take
this
out
with the
Hamlin
JPC
of
for
the
just
last
All the
10.
parts you need at the price
Yeah, of the last 10,
guaranteed to fit every time.
7 of the last 10 have been first-time winners for the 500.
Is this the start of a dynasty?
His onboard Anderson. Now again, I was taking their word for it because initially from the outside shot it looked like he was ahead of Bowman. Bowman's onboard shot, though, I don't know. I don't know. Looking at his onboard shot, it looked to me like he may have either been alongside or possibly ahead of Byron when the light came on. So it definitely was close.
There's a kidnapping today. 28 people. The city bus just disappeared. There's kids on the bus. Don't make me shoot you.
Cutting corners, going low. It's a problem.
Put out the alert.
We're running out of time.
Please just find my kid. We will get them back. Every single one of them.
You having fun yet?
It changed everything.
Alert returns with an all-new season, Tuesday, March 5th on Fox.
Is this the start of a dynasty?
Ryan Blaney is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
A redemption tour?
Ready to go to work.
Is it time for a breakthrough? To get back to breaking stuff? Or is this the makings of the wildest ride you'll ever witness? It's all of the above, and it's about to go down.
Saturday night on Fox Primetime Hoops. It's a battle in the Big East as Villanova takes on top-ranked UConn. Donovan Clingan leads the Huskies as the defending champs look to showcase why they are the best in the nation.
Exclamation point!
But Eric Dixon and the Wildcats have their sights set on a huge upset. Villanova, UConn. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 Eastern.
The biggest games are on Fox Primetime Hoops.
From iRacing champion to champion in the biggest race the sport has to offer, William Byron getting it done. It's the 24 in 2024, winning the Daytona 500 after a crazy finish. Take a look at that. That says it all. Rick Hendrick, Jeff Gordon giving each other a huge hug. It's the 11th career win for William Byron. It is his second Daytona win, of course, the first in the Daytona.
Won the July race, or the August race, I should say.
Laps led. Hi, everyone.
2020.
Shannon Spake, Larry McReynolds, two-time Daytona 500 champion crew chief, and of course, the 2010 champion over there. That would be Jamie McMurray. Listen, I feel like it was just yesterday that we were going, who is this kid that Rick Hendrick is replacing Jeff Gordon with in that 24 car? But that is no longer the case because this kid is now a Daytona 500 champ.
Well, and he's showing he can win at any type of racetrack. It doesn't matter if it's a short track, a road course, an intermediate
well,
track.
here's
His 11th
here's the
career
plan.
win. Yeah, he's won at Daytona before.
I'm going to
his
stop
first career win in the
right
summer
now.
race a few years ago. But to your point,
I hate to do this, but I'm going to stop right now.
Yeah, and I think if we just
so I
back
can
up
go
to
get
last
some
year,
stuff
the
done.
6 wins he had, he was the
I
favorite
will
heading
be
into the
back
playoffs.
for
Probably a little
Xfinity.
disappointed he didn't win the championship,
So,
but I would say this would be the best
I'll be back for
consolation
Xfinity. I'm
prize
going to
to
stop
that,
it
being
now.
able to win.
Stop it now. Unfortunately, I would love to do more of the post stuff, but I got shit I got to get done before I do Xfinity. So I will return. Just stay right here. I will return.